Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I have a project share for you guys from Diemond Dies, or rather for Diemond Dies. Um, but before I share my project, I have a little story for you guys. Maybe this has happened to you. Um, of course, I have to get my thoughts here for a second. Of course, I wanted to share with you first that Diemond Dies is still having their ongoing monthly Make It with Diemond Dies giveaway. And for those of you who may be new to my channel, that means if you have purchased a die from Diemond Dies and you make a project using those dies and you post it either on Facebook, Diemond Dies Facebook page, which I will have all links in my description box below, or if you make a video and leave a private message to the Diemond Dies YouTube channel that you made that video, you will automatically be entered into the monthly giveaway. And then at the end of the month, Dee will choose a winner, and whoever wins will either win a free die or a gift certificate to purchase a free die over at the diemonddies.com website. And I just love this idea. I think that's so awesome. It's almost like gifting you for making something. And who doesn't want to make something when they first get a die? I know, matter of fact, I have a story for you guys about that in a few minutes. I know when I get a new die, I just want to go to town. I want to go crazy. I want to just use it, which is what happened to me. But we'll get to that in a second with my project. The other thing I wanted to remind you guys was that Diemond Dies is now having a new release of 9 new sets of dies. One, actually all of which I am using with the exception of one on this project today. I will be sharing 1, 2, 3, 4 of the new die sets on my project. So please go on over to the Diemond Dies website, check out those new awesome dies. I know, especially on my channel, guys, I do apologize if I do sound redundant, but honestly, I just love dies. I am a scrapbooker, a diehard scrapbooker, and I've just really gotten into making cards. I was not a card maker before. I was more of a layout maker. And so my love of making layouts and cards now and other little crafty things just brings my love of dies out even more. And you know, this is why I'm constantly making stuff with these dies, because that's what I love. So if I'm if I'm just like, oh yeah, there she is again, I do apologize for that. It's what I love to do, and I love sharing it with you. So that's that. So let me get to my project, and like I said, if you guys do decide to go on over to Diemond Dies and make a purchase, don't forget to use my coupon code, thanks Laura, and you will receive 10% off your total purchase. Plus automatically all orders over $35 are entitled to free shipping. And that's US and international customers as well. So let me go on down and move my camera. Sorry if you guys are getting a little dizzy. And share with you the products that I used for making my project. There is a big story, you know, there's always a big story with Laura. You know what, guys, I'm just sorry. I'm a talker. I'm a talker in my videos, and it is what it is. And for those of you guys who've been watching me all this time, obviously, although I might drive you crazy, it's not as bad as I think because you're still here. Okay, I used a Prima Fairy Rhymes paper pad A4, and I just love these papers, and I love these size pads. I wish we could eliminate all the 8x8 pads in the world and just stick to the A4, 6x6, and 12x12. I would be a happy girl. And I used the following dies for my project. I used my nesting banner set. I used my, oh, my Sugar Plum Flowers falling off. I used the Sugar Plum set, and this set comes with 7 dies. This is one of the new ones, guys. Awesome! Beautiful flowers. You'll see them now. This is also one of the new sets, and it is called the Diemond Dies bow set. And as you can see, you get 3 sizes here: large, medium, and small. No, I'm sorry, large. Yeah, I had that right. Large, medium, and small. I can't see at this angle. And that's that one. And I also use my nesting set, which is a top nose set. And I use my favorite, the Laura's little mini purse. Yay! Okay. So, my story now. Oh, I almost forgot. I used my Tilda Magnolia stamp, and this one is called Afternoon Tea Tilda. And I also use my CC Designs Sugar Plums stool. And I have not used that stamp in a long time, so I was so happy. I basically distressed everything with Tattered Rose by Tim Holtz Distressings. Okay, so let me share with you my story. Few videos back, as if you remember, I wanted to use this die so bad. I didn't even, I knew I couldn't make a mini album within 24 hours. Although if you saw the previous video, you saw I already cut out 2 mini albums that I'm trying to work on. I haven't had the time. I just basically cut out all the chipboard and the papers, but I haven't even started putting it together or embellishing it. I'm gonna get to it. I was just so excited when I received all the new dies that I just started cutting, and I went crazy because I saw this. I saw the mini purse album die, and I was so excited by it. And I've been anxiously waiting for it to get here, and I just wanted to tear into it so quickly that I made this little goodie box with it, and it is out of chipboard. If you see the previous videos, as much as I loved it, there were a few things had I slowed down and enjoyed the die and taken my time, I would have been able to fix. But I don't know if you guys are like me, that I'm like a little kid. I get something new and I want to break into it right away, and I want to learn about it right away, and I want to try to dive into projects with it right away. And like I said, I don't know if you remember, but these were the only first of all, I had glued it a little lopsided, even though it still worked perfectly well. And then I left these little gaping little thingies there. And then, hindsight being 2020, of course, I covered the tabs on the side that I made. I covered them in different color paper other than what I used for the purse. And I don't know if I'm making sense. Gosh, my English is horrible today. Meaning the inserts, you kind of see them. They're 2 different colors. And although it was a very nice project, quick, fast, simple, and I just wanted to get into my die, I wasn't 100% pleased with it. Only because, I don't know, guys, if you're like me, but when I'm going to send something to a friend, I want it to be as perfect as it can be and as pretty as it can be. And I wasn't 100% thrilled. I was talking to my daughter, Alicia, about it. She's like, Mom, just make another one and give that one to me. And I said, oh, you know what? If you like it that much, that's an awesome idea. That's what I'm going to do. So this one is going to my little baby girl. Since she loved it and she didn't mind the boo-boos. And so I decided to try again and make one even better this time. And that's what I did. And this was the results. The first change that I did was I still made the tabs the exact same way as you can see here. But what I did this time was I covered the papers inside are exactly the same papers that I used for the inside for the tabs, as you can see there. Now, they are different, even though they're the same papers because of the patterns, but it looks a lot more cohesive to me. Then the other thing I did was, after I glued the tabs on, because this is a 1 inch, a 1 inch, I cut off a big 1 inch strip of paper, and to cover the holes, I just wrapped that paper around, and I went all the way around, and I just glued it down. And then to reinforce it, I put some lace all the way around. Now there's no little holes. It's perfectly glued, perfectly aligned, perfectly distressed, and nothing will fall out of my box. So that's why I wanted to give it another go. I was just so unhappy with that. So now I will share my project with you. So, like I said, cut out the mini album in chipboard. Use those fairy rhyme papers, front and back, glued everything down, made the little tabs, covered them with paper, glued everything down. Then to the front, I cut out a second die cut shape of the purse, and I cut. Sometimes I have a problem explaining things, so I want to share it with you instead. Maybe give you a little visual, because I am not the most eloquent of speakers at all. And I do get tongue-tied because I get nervous on videos, and then I forget my train of thought, and I don't know what the heck I'm saying. But this is what I did. I'm just trying to get my die cut piece here. Then for that layer on the bottom, what I did was I cut 1/4 of an inch in all the way around, like so. And I just went all the way around, and I cut it off. I discarded it, and then I took my scissors and I distressed it nice and good. Then I cut out another piece of chipboard. Took this top note shape, also by Diemond Dies. I cut out another piece of chipboard, and then I cut out my image, which I had already stamped on this top note, distressed everything. And then I cut out another image and the stool. I stamped it out on a separate piece of paper. And then I colored her in, and then I fussy cut her and the stool, and I glued them down. That way I didn't have to worry about this little ring of smoke or the little things that are popping out, fussy cutting them, because I knew I was going to fussy cut this. I just love the way she came out. I do not use Copics. I use my Pro markers. And I'm starting to realize a lot of my Pro markers are losing their juiciness. And when I went to look for these certain Pro markers, I'm seeing that they're being discontinued and no longer available. So guys, I don't know. I might have to start building up a Copic collection soon. I hope not, because but I might have to with certain colors, especially the pinks. And the Pro markers, they don't offer a lot of pink variations, which I find very sad. But as you can see, like with her hair and everything else, they're perfect. I love my Pro markers. I can't say enough about them. And when I find them for $2 as opposed to Copics that are $6, even better. But I will say Copics are definitely the best alcohol markers out there. I can see why everybody's drawn to them. Okay, enough chatter. So I put some lace and some sprays, and then here are my Sugar Plum Flowers that I made with the same papers from the Fairy Rhymes collection. And I want to thank Janice for showing us how to do these on her tutorial, which is amazing. You guys have to go check out Janice's channel and see how she makes her Sugar Plum Flowers. And I did all kinds of different variations of the flowers, layered them. I have some fillers of some flowers that I had in my stash from Wild Orchid Crafts, which are only these two little ones right here. All the rest of the flowers are all the Sugar Plum Flowers that I made. And then this little piece of trim here, and this here came from my sweet, sweet friend, Sandy Delaney. Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much for these. Put those in there. This little crochet piece I have here, this came from a yard sale from my stash. And this beautiful crochet flower, I call them doily flowers. This came from my wonderful, sweet sweet friend, Sharon, who is Sorolel1 here on YouTube. Hi, Sharon. I hope you're watching. Thank you so much. Look, I finally used one. She's making them. And she's always telling me, go ahead and put them on a project. I'll make you more, because I take them and I put them in my happy vault. Yes, I do. And then I have some sprays. I have some more Sugar Plum Flowers that I distressed and mushed and wet and crunched. And then to that, I added one of these little teapot charms on top that I had in my stash to the center of the flower. Now I wanted to bring some attention over here to these little, I call them, what was I calling them yesterday? Now I forgot. Oh, heavens. I forgot what I was calling them. But anyways, these I made with my liquid pearls. And I don't know if you can see them, but these are in white opal. And I just put little dots going all the way. Instead of faux stitching, I just did the little liquid pearls. And then in her little hat, the little bonnet, there we go, I put some liquid pearls here. And then I also did a little beading of liquid pearls alongside her hat. I have some stickles. Now these little negative pieces that you see here, this is from the Diemond Dies Cloud, the Fancy Cloud set. Actually, then I used 6 of the dies from Diemond Dies because I forgot about that one. I added some pearls to the handle of the purse and also to the card here. And then on the other side, and this was what I was so excited about that I really wanted to share with you guys. Here's the little bow that I made. This is the medium size one. I added a little acrylic piece to it, distressed it, glued it down, top note shape. Again, took out an image from the paper collection. First I cut it out of chipboard, then out of paper, distressed it, glued it down. This is what I'm so excited to share with you guys. Now, excuse me guys, I'm just talking so much that my throat's getting kind of dry. Well, I don't know if you guys have seen the La La Land die with the little heart. Now, as much as I love that die, and as cute as I think it is, and I've been seeing it on so many cards from so many crafters out there, I just refuse to buy a banner die having a banner nesting set of my own. But I wanted that little heart in the center. I wanted it so bad. I think it's just the most adorable. It's cute. So I was trying to figure out a way to create that with the banner set that I already had. And then it just occurred to me. Now, I don't know if you've seen this with the other DT members for Diemond Dies. You may have not. I don't know. I didn't bother to look. And guys, my memory is getting to a point where I can't truly, honestly tell you what I saw a week ago. I really can't. I watch so many people's videos. I can't keep track of anything in my brain anymore. Unless I write it down, it's not happening. So, I want to share with you how I created these. Only because the advantage to me to doing it this way rather than buying the die is this. Let's say I want to make a layout. And I want to use the banner with the little hearts in the center. If I would have purchased the La La Land one, I know like the Dynamics one, they already come with the curve, meaning this little curve right here. And this has happened to me before. This is why I'm saying this. It comes already with the shape like this. If I take that die, which is meant to be 6 inches wide, and for cards, they're perfect. For little altered projects like this, they're perfect. But the minute I try to slap that sucker on a layout, I'm very limited to that corner on my layout. Meaning, if I want to extend it across my layout, I got to do one die cut, then another die cut, then another die cut. And instead of having the swoop like this, what I have is little variations of swoops, which looks like a valance, which is still pretty, but maybe not what I want. I want one large swoop like that. That's what I love about this. You can make it a 3 You can make it where the banner itself, the string, has 3 or 20. I can make it as long or as short as I want. I can put little hearts in the centers. If I found the teeniest of little butterfly punches, I can go one step higher than this size, which is the smallest size, the second one. And I can use the punch outs, which I have seen done. I've seen the other people use like paper punches for the bigger size. Um, so this is just an idea of mine. I took the little heart that came with the cloud set, which is minuscule. And this was so tiny that I was actually scared, guys, to take them apart. And I have them now in a tiny little drawer at my desk because I'm so scared of losing these pieces. That's how small they are. Well, anyway, I took that piece, I put it on a piece of washi tape. Then what I did, I used the flat side, and I just centered it so that the little heart was slightly above. I took the point of the heart and I centered it with the point of the die. And I just gave it a teeny tiny bit of space, and then I just glued that on my banner so that when I run it through my cutting machine now, I have perfect placement and it won't move. And this was the result. Isn't that awesome? I just love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I don't have to go out and buy another die. Like I said, as much as I love the La La Land one, I'm trying to get the most bang out of my buck, guys. And if I already have one, why buy another one? Is all I'm trying to say. And this is a really cool alternative because now I can use this for any project, any size. I can even go and use that idea for the other 2 sizes which are a little larger. And if I do go any larger than the 2 sizes that consecutively follow these, let's say I want to go much larger, maybe, I don't know, maybe this size, guess what? I have a paper punch I can do that with. The only thing with this idea is I actually have to center it and punch it, which is not that bad. I mean, it's just one more step, no big deal. But I just love the fact that I have it like this. It's nice and small. I run it once. I don't have to run it and then go punch it and then go back and blah, blah, blah. So you get what I'm trying to say, right? I hope. Then on the sides, as you can see, I added some lace. I also took my seam binding that was given to me in a DT package, made a little bow, glued it down, glued down the little flaps down there, and I did the same treatment to the other side, and I think it just looks super sweet. So that's my project, guys. And here I left a little bit of space so that if I wanted to put a little initial of the recipient, or maybe a little tag with her name, or a little message, I can still do that here, or I can still find a place somewhere in the front to do it. I'm not sure where though. But yeah, I just left that there like that so that I can do it here if I choose. So guys, this is my revised version of the project I made earlier. I'm so much more in love with doing it this way as opposed to the first way I did it. Now I don't have to worry about any little pokey holes. If you wanted to put something on the bottom so you can stand it up on your desk, and still holes, whatever you want to put in it, makes a great party favor. It's great for giving gifts to a loved one or a friend. Great for holding cards. I was even thinking of maybe doing a card set and putting the cards in the envelopes and giving that as a gift. Now with the holidays coming up, you can even put some for the little girls. Let's say you're having a birthday party. I would do this and then add those little plastic what they call the cellophane bags that they sell at the 99-cent store, and maybe fill it up with girly things like lip glosses, nail polish, chapsticks, eyeliners, you know, depending on how old they are. If they're little teenagers, teeny boppers, what I call them, you know, little play stuff, maybe some hair barrettes. I mean, there's just a million uses. So guys, that's it. I've talked enough, shared enough. I have a million things I have to go do now. But I sure hope that you like my project. I'm not sure yet if I have this whole shabby vintage look down. I'm still working and practicing, watching more of my friends. But I'm happy with what I attempted to do. I'm extremely happy this time. I'm much more pleased with these results. See what happens when you don't rush into I was just so happy that I got that die. And I plan to share with you a lot more projects using this Laura's mini album purse. I'm working on the layout right now, as a matter of fact. So you guys take care. Have yourself a most blessed day. Again, sorry for the long-winded story, but I just wanted you guys to see where I was coming from with that project and